In a world that often feels chaotic, have you ever paused to wonder, what can I control? Now that's a question that's not asked enough, yet holds the key to a balanced, fulfilling life. In a world that moves at a dizzying pace where chaos often reigns, it's easy to feel swept up, like a leaf in a storm. But what if we told you there's a way to anchor yourself amidst the turbulence? Enter the philosophy of Stoicism, an ancient school of thought that began in Athens, Greece. Stoicism teaches us a simple yet profound truth. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This quote from the wise Stoic philosopher Epictetus urges us to shift our focus from what happens around us to how we react to it. Imagine this, it's a typical day, and you're stuck in traffic on your way to work. The honking horns, the ticking clock, the mounting frustration. Now, you can't control the traffic, can you? But your reaction, your feelings, that's entirely within your power. That's the beauty of introspection, the art of looking within. It's like carrying a mirror around, reflecting on your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It's about recognizing that while you can't command the winds or the waves, you can adjust your sails. You can control your actions, your thoughts, your emotions. You can decide to not let the external chaos disturb the tranquility within. This is not about ignoring the chaos, but about finding peace amidst it. It's about understanding that the ripples on the surface of a lake don't disturb its depths. It's about embracing the power of introspection, of self-awareness, of self-control. And so, as you navigate through life's stormy seas, remember Epictetus's words. Remember to shift your focus from the storm to your sails. Remember that you are not a leaf in the storm, but the storm itself. Remember, the power to respond resides within you always. In the midst of the storm, have you ever considered the importance of anchoring yourself? It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? Often we are so caught up in the whirlwind of daily life we forget to pause, to breathe, to care for ourselves. But what does self-care truly mean? Is it indulgence? Is it escapism? No, my friends, it is the respect you afford yourself. Let's delve a little deeper into this. Self-care starts with maintaining good health, both physical and mental. It's about understanding that your body is the vessel that carries you through this journey of life. It's about nourishing it, not just with wholesome food, but with good habits too. Regular exercise, sound sleep, and a balanced diet are not luxuries, they are necessities. But self-care is not limited to the physical realm. It extends to the mind and the soul. As the great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. This is the essence of self-care. It's about exploring new hobbies, learning new skills, and embracing new experiences. It's about feeding your soul with knowledge, creativity, and joy. Remember, you're not doing this to impress others or to fit into societal norms. You're doing this for yourself. It's about giving yourself the space to grow, to breathe, to be. It's about taking time out from the chaos of life and retreating into your inner sanctuary. It's about viewing life from a different perspective, stepping outside the box and truly living. Self-care is about removing self-doubt, the constant need for validation. It's about being comfortable in your skin, embracing your flaws and celebrating your uniqueness. It's about setting goals, not because you're discontented with who you are, but because you understand your potential and you're excited to explore it. So, the next time you find yourself caught in the storm, remember to anchor yourself. Remember to care for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're all you've got, and you deserve the utmost respect, love, and care. Self-care is not indulgence, it is the respect you afford yourself. In a world deeply entrenched in validation, have you ever questioned its necessity? We often find ourselves seeking approval from others, chasing likes, shares, and positive comments. But is this truly where our worth lies? In the wise words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This nugget of wisdom encourages us to refocus our energies on mastering our inner world, instead of seeking validation from the outer world. Imagine for a moment a world where your self-worth isn't tied to the number of likes on your social media post or the approval of your peers. A world where your value isn't dictated by external factors, but by your own understanding and acceptance of yourself. That's the world that Stoicism invites us to inhabit. Stoicism teaches us to find validation from within, to believe in our abilities and to trust in our judgment. It is a philosophy that promotes self-acceptance over external validation. It encourages us to realize that we have the power to shape our thoughts, to control our reactions, and to cultivate our inner strength. When we move beyond the need for validation, we free ourselves from the shackles of societal expectations and norms. We become more authentic, more true to ourselves. We find strength in our individuality and embrace our unique journey. In the grand scheme of things, validation from others is fleeting and inconsistent. What matters more is our own perception of ourselves. When we accept ourselves with all our imperfections and quirks, we find a sense of peace and contentment that no amount of external validation can provide. As we navigate through life, let's remember this powerful quote from Marcus Aurelius. Let's strive to gain control over our minds, to find strength within ourselves and to move beyond the need for validation. Let's embrace self-acceptance and let it guide us towards a more fulfilled and contented life. Your worth is not dependent on others, it is an inherent part of who you are. So let's start believing in our own worth, and let's start today. In a world that fosters doubt, have you ever pondered the strength of self-belief? It's a question that invites reflection, a deep dive into the caverns of our minds that we often leave unexplored. Self-doubt, that nagging whisper of uncertainty, can be a relentless companion, yet it's not an unshakable one. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You see, self-doubt is not born from the trials we face, but rather our response to them. It's a reaction, a choice, a decision we make in the face of adversity. So how do we banish self-doubt? How do we silence the whisper and replace it with a roar of self-belief? The answer, my friends, lies within us. It's in our ability to shape our reactions, to choose belief over doubt, resilience over resignation. One might say, but it's not that simple. Self-doubt is powerful. And yes, it can be. But remember, so are you. Your mind, your spirit, your resolve, they are all powerful. And just as self-doubt can cast a shadow over your potential, self-belief can illuminate it. Imagine a world where you choose to believe in your capabilities, where you trust in your strength, and where you embrace the unknown with courage and conviction. That's a world where self-doubt has no place. That's a world of your creation. So the next time you find self-doubt creeping into your thoughts, remember Epictetus. Remember that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Choose to react with self-belief. Choose to react with resilience. Because at the end of the day, the only person who needs to believe in you is you. You are the author of your story, the sculptor of your destiny, and the master of your fate. Believe in your power, believe in yourself. For in doing so, you banish self-doubt and invite a world of potential. In a world that demands perfection, have you ever contemplated the value of striving for your best? What if instead of the unattainable ideal of perfection, we reframe our goal to simply be the best version of ourselves? In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to get lost in the societal pressure of wanting more. More success, more money, more possessions. But as Seneca, the ancient Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor." It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? The idea that our constant craving for more could be the very thing that makes us feel impoverished. Our relentless pursuit of more, whether it's more wealth, more success, or more recognition, often leaves us feeling empty. It's like a never-ending race, always chasing after the next big thing, never satisfied with what we already have. But what if we shift our focus? What if, instead of striving for more, we strive for enough? What if we strive to be content with what we have, while still pushing ourselves to improve and grow? This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity or complacency. Quite the contrary, it means recognizing our strengths, acknowledging our weaknesses, and working diligently to be the best version of ourselves. Striving for your best involves embracing imperfections, learning from failures, and celebrating small victories. It's about setting realistic goals, taking meaningful steps towards achieving them, and appreciating the journey along the way. It's about fostering a growth mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities for learning and growth rather than obstacles to be feared. So, as we navigate through the complexities of life, let's remember Seneca's wisdom. Let's strive not for more, but for enough. Let's strive not for perfection, but for progress. And most importantly, let's strive to be the best version of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much we have, but how much we appreciate what we have, that truly defines our wealth and success. Strive not for perfection, but for progress. Strive not for more, but for enough. Strive to be the best version of you.